In the chapter, we discuss some risky behaviors that people sometimes take in order to create positive reputations, in order to create impressions in other people's minds. Bill von Hippel and some of his colleagues have done some very interesting research on the kinds of skateboard tricks that young men will engage in a skate park when there's an audience of young women observing.
In the animal kingdom, we know that males take big physical risks in order to attract females or to compete with other males, and we thought that this ought to be likely in humans as well. So we wanted to look at a domain where we could look at male risk-taking, where there was actual physical risk, but of course we can't ethically subject people to huge physical risks because they might hurt themselves. So we wanted to look at a domain where they're taking those risks anyway. And the clear and obvious choice was to go to a skateboard park, where people are out skateboarding and there's a good chance that they'll fall. When you're on a skateboard and halfway through a trick, you have this kind of decisive moment. At that point in time, you think to yourself, okay, my balance is right, my speed is right, I'll land this and I'll be okay. Or you think, uh-oh, I'm in trouble here. If I try to land this, I'm going to be hamburger. And a good skateboarder at that point will kick the board out from under his feet and just land and run away safely. So what we did in our experiment was we approached skateboarders and we asked them if they could show us a version of a trick that they've been working on but haven't yet mastered. So it's one that they're doing anyway, but one that there's a decent chance that they'll fall. And then we videotaped them as they showed us this trick, and the videotape was either done by a male or by a highly attractive female who was working with us. And so the question was, would they take bigger risks as they did that trick in front of the female than in front of the male? And what we found is that in front of the attractive female experimenter, they were less likely to kick the board away. They were more likely to go for it and try to land it. And as a consequence, they fell more, but they also succeeded more. They had a great number of successful landings and a greater number of crash landings than when they were doing the exact same tricks, but in front of the male experimenter. This effect seemed to be driven by testosterone. We had them spit in a cup after they had done their tricks, and we found that testosterone levels went up when the attractive woman was the one doing the filming compared to when the man was doing the filming. And we found that the more testosterone went up, the more likely they were to try to land their tricks. So it was the increase in testosterone that seemed to be causing it. So another question becomes then, are women attracted to men who take big risks? And that's actually a very interesting question. It could simply be that taking big risks drives other men away, as they say, gee, that guy's got guts, I'm not going to mess with him, today's his day. Or it could be that the women are actually attracted to it as well. We believe it's a little bit of both. We believe that men are intimidated by guys who will take big risks and survive them, and we believe that women are impressed by it because it's what you might call an honest signal of male quality. You can't take big risks and succeed or walk away from failure unless you're a very robust male. And so we think both other men and women are sensitive to this and are impressed by it.